problem is that I have always feel the need to censor myself. I've had to censor myself a lot in life. And I'm no longer going to be censoring myself. Because that came with dimming my light. And you know what? My light is bright. It hurts the eyes. And only those meant to see me will see me. Welcome back to my YouTube. My name is Kyla. And I discuss... Stop right there. Because if you have not noticed, I have changed the name of my YouTube. I am no longer breaking generational curses, family ties. I have broken generational curses, family ties. Because I am the first person in my family to seek help, to seek healing, to seek sanity, to seek sense. So I have broken my generational curses. And I said I don't want that to be the title of my YouTube. So the title of my new YouTube is New Earth with K. I am K, aka Kyla. To New Earth with K. Because this is a whole new earth. This is a whole new journey. This is a whole new person you see before you. This all has come about because of me wanting to heal. Me wanting to no longer feel that emotional hurt. So I will put all those videos in a playlist from, so y'all can just, because that's my background story. That's where I came from. I'm not going to be ashamed of my background story of the things I went through, because people who have done those things to me try to make me feel as if I should be ashamed of their behavior, when in turn they should be ashamed of behavior. That's why I never told anybody my story, because the shame was placed on me, when I'm now putting the shame back with its rightful owners. Moving forward, I am going to be talking about what I've done to heal, how I've healed, and all that. As I told y'all, I went through spiritual awakening. I've gone through many spiritual awakenings. I feel like this one really took, like, I felt like there was an attempt in my past, and God was like, okay, you're there, but you're not there. Like, you see, but your eyes aren't open. This time, he like really stripped me of everything. I have no family. I have no friends. I have nothing from my old life. Like, he has completely stripped me of everything. I'm really starting anew. This is a whole new chapter in my life for me. Y'all, I haven't had a job all year. I'm not complaining. By all means, I am not complaining. I have not worked a 9 to 5 all year. And I'm being provided for. My life is sustained, and I haven't been in the office all year. And that was the most soul-sucking, soul-crushing thing for me, is to work a 9 to 5. I've always had a problem with authority. I've always had a problem with authority. I don't know if that's just in my personality, if that's part of me being a certain zodiac sign. I don't know. I've always had a problem with authority, especially if you're in authority and I don't feel like you have the ability to lead. I'm not one to follow people who cannot lead. I've always been able to recognize a true leader. And there has been a lot of followers in this world. And you can't be over me. You can't be in charge of me when you don't have that ability to lead. Especially if I'm as a worker, know more about your abilities or what you should have more knowledge on than me as a leader. Oh, that's a big sense of conflict. That's a big sense of conflict. You know how many times I've been fired and I quit a job? All because I don't take orders from others, especially when your abilities don't exceed my abilities. I've always had that problem. And that's something in me that I don't feel like will ever change. So God has provided for me all year long, and I haven't had to go into one office. I've spent majority of my time traveling and being outside. Do y'all know how fulfilling that is for me? That is so fulfilling for me. When I was a child, I always used to say, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I always used to say to be free. And I actually am coming in. I'm not fully free yet. But I'm getting a little taste of what that is like. And I've been speaking that into my life for a while, and I'm now just realizing that. So yeah, in that process, what freedom came, it came with healing. It came with a calling on my life. It came with a lot of things, a lot of realizations. As I told y'all in my last video, I was healing my heart chakra. And I was going to tell y'all about my ego death. My ego death is when you're basically stripped of everything. Your self-identity, who you are, who you think you are, how you're perceived. Like, I was completely out here just lost. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, what I loved to do. I didn't enjoy any of the activities I usually participate in. I didn't want to do those things. I was just out here just in the world, just free. Like, I'm just hanging out. I'm just here. And as I'm starting to gain back my self-identity, who I am, who I want to be, the one thing that was given back to me after everything has been stripped from me is realizing who the fuck I am. I've always had this self-confidence about myself. And the first thing God gave back to me was, like, realize who the fuck you are. My heart. I know people use that excuse to sin, but he really do know my heart. Because I talk to God like this in this way. And he my homie. So if I can't freely talk to him in this manner, who can I freely talk to in this manner? Anyway, but that's my relationship. My God is not your God. So I have a whole different sense on spirituality. My spirituality does not lie in religion. I just want to say that first off. I use the Bible, but I use the Bible for different reasons. I don't use it for the religion it's associated with. Let's just say that. But anyway, like I was saying, the first thing he gave me back was my self-confidence. Like, all my life, I've been that person that people who actually know me hated on me. And I'm not saying that like, oh, all I have is haters. Is no. People, like, when you have a light about yourself, people who recognize your light, or people who are envious of your light, will try to humble you. And that's all I've been through all my life, is people trying to humble me, or people in competition with me. And I've never felt that way about anybody, because I'm not like no one in this world. Not to me. I've never met anyone like me. I am weird as fuck. In all the good ways possible. But I'm weird as fuck, y'all. The life I've had couldn't have given to anyone else, because a lot of y'all would have folded. A lot of y'all would have folded. So I never saw myself in competition with others. Because what I was given in this life was given to me, and me specifically, for a reason. I've had, like, all my childhood, as I'm thinking back on my childhood and my relationship with my sisters, all of my sisters have always been in competition with me, besides AI. If y'all don't know who AI is, I'll put the link here above of my playlist of my childhood. But all my siblings have always been in competition with me. It's always things like one being who's darkest, or who's prettiest, and like who's the skinniest. It's like, Or when I'll say something good's happening to me, they gotta say something better. It's never been a celebration of my accomplishments. It's never been a celebration of my achievements. There is not one time in my life that any of my siblings, my father, nobody in my life, like when something good has happened to me, it's a congratulations, good job, you did that. Not one of them has ever said that, because they've always been envious. So I've always had that type of envy, like from coworkers to family members. It's always been a competition. It's always been the envy. All my life, I've dealt with people trying to humble me. I've dealt with people in competition with me. I've dealt with people who are envious of me. And I'm not saying just to brag, like, bitches hate me, I got haters. Like, no, I'm not saying that way at all. Because y'all don't even know how exhausting that actually is. If you truly had people who are jealous and envious and in competition with you in your whole life, you know how exhausting that is, because you never have any true relationships. You've never been loved unconditionally. You've only hung out with people for the simple fact of how you make them feel or what you can do for them. And you never got the same in return. I've never been celebrated by any of my siblings, any of the people who wanted to say that they were my friends, any of the people who wanted to say they were in a relationship with me. These people have never celebrated me. I've never gotten a congratulations. I've never gotten a good job. I've never gotten I'm proud of you. But I've definitely gotten, when I'm telling them something bad going on in my life, I see that little smirk that comes across people's faces. I feel that change in energy of joy when you think I'm suffering. You have that little bit of joy inside of you. I felt that. Spirit guides, my angels, I've always talked to them. And they have never guided me wrong. That's why I'm out here living a free fall out in life. And being unconditionally loved by the Lord, because I'm favored. And all the times that my siblings call me spoiled, it's not because somebody spoiled me here on earth. It's because God has always spoiled me. I've always been favored by him. And you know, people see things in you that you never see in yourself. And God told me that. Just literally, I had a dream about it. He said, no one here on earth favors you like I do. No one spoils you like I do. You are unconditionally loved. There's only been 2 people in my life that I know for a fact have unconditionally loved me. That's God and my mother. And I know my mother is giving the Lord hell about me up there. She stays in his ear. She stays in his ear. Ego death. These are my realizations. I'm no longer gonna be dimming my light so I can sit back in the cut in the back of the room, because I'm not meant to blend in. I'm meant to stand out. But I just wanted to come on here and give y'all a quick video and explain, some of the changes that have taken place in my life and why I changed my whole YouTube around. And hopefully I wasn't scattered and all over the place in this one. But I'm gonna start sharing more of my healing and my healing processes with y'all, because I did this without a therapist. I went to therapy, and literally asking God for help has done more for me than a therapist ever has. Isn't that crazy? He allowed me to sit with myself in isolation, sit into nature, and just heal. Ask me questions on why. Y'all, I have a journal. I have 2, actually. I have 2 books that I literally keep with me every single day, everywhere I go. First is my journal. I got my journal. I write in my journal. I don't write in it every day like I should, Because every day I don't feel like I need to reflect, because I'm a crier, y'all. Unfortunately, I am a crier. I cry about things, good, bad, ugly, and then yeah. And then this, I told y'all I read from the Bible. This is a book in the Bible, Secret of Psalms. I don't actually believe in the whole organized religion thing. There's things I've seen in the Christian community specifically. My mother was a Christian, and my uncle had a church, and we went to many different churches, and there's just things I've seen in the church that I just don't agree with. I don't agree with you preaching. There's things in the Bible that I know for a fact, with my connection with the God, I know that's not right. I know that's not right. But that's another story for another day. But I just want to hop on here and give y'all a video. Oh, I'm also going to be trying to be more consistent with my videos, because that's what I'm being told I need to do. I don't like to be told what to do, because I got a problem with authorities. Even if I was going to do it, you don't tell me to do it, then I'm not going to do it. And that's just been my problem with my whole life. And I'm trying to change that, y'all. So I really am going to try to be more consistent. If y'all can help me with that, put in comments, bitch, where you at? Something. Help me. That's what I came on here to say. She's healed. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.